Fits like a charm. Okay. Chief Gant willingly and knowingly hid a piece of jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But... Hey guys, get a load of this. What is it? This piece you just attached? It's different from the others. There's a reddish line in it. Probably blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? Hold on. I'm trying to read it. Enhance, please. There we go. It's hard to make this out, but there's a dark red stain here. Okay. Yeah, this is where Gant comes in and says, "So, I see you guys didn't listen. Well, I hope you like being dead." Looks like blood. This piece of the chief is different though. Blood stains on the other pieces are just spots. This one's a line. That's odd. Can we spray it? Can we spray luminol on it? Oh no, we can't spray. Usually, like, where it says back and present, would be an option. Okay. Oh wait, the other thing we're trying to link to the case. Hold on. So we got that. The other thing was a piece of leather. I think that's what he was wearing. Okay, I can't do that. That was in the chief's reading. That's what the chief was reading before, wasn't it? You know, when we first came in here? Yeah, looks like the right side of the form has been torn off. So my treasure list really only was half of the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of this form, pal. The back. Oh, that's the hint to make us go look at the back. Please study up on those files. There's nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. Oh, wait, no, we already did this. This is what we talked about it before. Evidence room. Can we use this? No. Let's just keep looking around. Maybe we'll find something that'll let us, like, take that. Chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally we hear him playing it from the Criminal Affairs Department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is on the 15th of an entirely different building. Did I present the other handprint? No, let's try that. That's got a good point. When the detective screws up, the chief calls them to his office and makes them listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in the ears. It's an instrument of punishment, literally. Cool. Aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listens to anyone anyway. That's pretty good. Okay, the handprint. This thing. Can't believe Marshall would do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He's like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me some small cactus. Gave me a small cactus. I like small cactus. Cactus is only to be watered once a week. Really? Yeah, really, Emma. He said, Dick, she'll listen to all your troubles. Yeah, that's true. If there is a camera, it'd be a bad idea to kill them. Also, randomly, rather cactuses are actually great for to have in your office because it like disperses stuff. It's actually pretty good. Note to self: Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe, he's just a patrolman now. Someone ought to trade places with him. Well. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Okay, there's handprint. There was another handprint, wasn't there? No. Good idea, though. Let's go to the other side of the room. We already got the picture. Just in case. was taken 2 years ago. The day Joe Dark ran out of the questioning room and tried to kill Emma. After receiving his award trophy, Mr. Marshall took a picture. Then went along to Chief Gant to question Doc. I bet he never knew he'd be dead just a few hours later. You think? Nobody really thinks that. This was Lana's desk. Sure. Oh, I'm getting it now. Okay, so Lana's desk, Gant's desk, but only Gant's in here now. Okay. So he went with like old executive wooden and like rustic. She went very contemporary and modern. Which desk would you guys like? The wooden one or the glass one like Lana? I've sold both of them. Or tried to sell both of them. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of the partnership. They were the stuff of legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in memory of the crime? Yeah, if Gant's playing the organ and Lana's in here, she probably can't hear anything either. The shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she was transferred. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Hey! This is when Lana and I went to the theme park. Wait, she didn't take that? Aw. Look at the giant window. Makes you want to crash through it and jump outside. This is the 15th floor. I know, I was just saying. Saying what? You want to jump out on the 15th floor? Ever since the detective, making detective, I always dreamed about doing something like that. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe has a lot of dreams. So long as he doesn't go crashing through that window when he gets fired. Don't say that! Okay, I think we've clicked everything remarkably. Oh! This mark looks like some kind of flower. Word is it's designed after an insignia on the prosecutor's badge. Prosecutor's badge? Yeah, like the one hanging on your collar. What? They have badges too? Design's supposed to portray the severity of the punishment system. Now that you mention it, it does look all pointy and kind of painful. Mr. Edgeworth never wears a badge. That's because he's a sharp dresser. Now, a badge like that wouldn't go too well with this outfit. I think I look spiffy. So does Phoenix. So sharp dressers don't need to wear badges? I guess everyone just kind of lets it slide. Let's see how that's supposed to signify severe punishment. So was there anything else here? This window. You can see pretty far from 15 stories up. Would have dropped that suit of armor from here? At first, the chief wanted to use stained glass for his window. Really? Why didn't he? They say he changed his mind because he wouldn't be able to see the view. Oh. Stained glass or not, it's a huge window. It looks really pretty. I think we did everything, but we need to present something that relates the leather thing to the case. That's it. King of Words. I'm going to speed through this a little bit. I want to find out what he wants us to connect. Oh, we did this already. Knife, found edge was caw. We're trying to connect the leather thing to the scene so we can take it. Drop it out, drop the suit of armor out so she can kill someone else. No! This guy must have made... Oh no, he said this already downstairs. Actually, I'm wondering if I shouldn't just do this backwards. I think we did this. Yeah, we did the back of the thing. Did this. Again, guys, we're trying to present something that's going to let us take that other piece, which is the other handprint. We did this one already. Look at that. We did this. Just in case. No locker, yeah. No reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. Okay. We're still going. No. Do we have what we need is a better question. Yeah, this is... We already did this one downstairs, too. That's the thing Edgeworth had to do. That's not how you take... Hidden time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth. Oh! We can do fingerprints on a cloth? I thought it had to be... Okay, cool. This was the thing we were supposed to do. Got it. I knew that. This one from the handprint, right? Sheesh, boy, you my sense of humor. Alright, Mr. Wright, let's check out for prints. Sparkle the powder on the cloth. And once they've been absorbed into the prints, blow the rest away. What are you, my mom? We told a million times. Alright, let's get this over with. I think the middle one looks the cleanest, do you think? Yeah, if he's not in the office. We had to open it up. We're making it rain! Or snow. Oh, it's not enough? Not enough, eh? Don't worry. I'll fill it in. Okay. It's not Damon's. It's not Meekin's. It's not Marshall. That's close, but it's not Goodman. Not Gumshoe. Not Lana. Well, hold on. No. Oh, it's Emma. Okay. Also, why do we have her fingerprints? She's 16. Oh, you think Gaunt is just waiting outside? Well, I'm just gonna wait until they get that perfect part and I can bust in the door and be like, what do you think you're doing? How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Hey, you found a match. Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? Oh, it seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought that'd be Dark's prints. Psst, hey you, over here. What's going on here? Oh, what are kids' prints doing inside a chief's safe? Don't ask me. Just keep this information from Emma for now. Eh, maybe you should hold on to this. I think this is what Gaunt is using to blackmail Lana. A piece of leather with handprints on it that are Emma's. If you tilt this way, it could say Emma. That could be Emma written in blood. You see it? Yeah, there's two pieces of evidence that point to Emma. Bloodstains, yeah. I think this is what Gaunt was using to blackmail. That is odd. Yeah, you can see it a little bit. Like, this is the first part of the E. There's the long back, bottom, middle. I'll use the magnifying glass pointer, not the middle of it. So this is the E. And then Emma is the clear slash. Then up and then down again. And the last little bit is an A. Interesting. Anything to talk to you about? Oh yeah, we didn't even talk to you. Sorry. We didn't even talk to you. That desk on the other side of the room, was it your sister's? Thanks, Brick. Again, I think I did this once, but I definitely did not play this one as many times as the rest of the games. So this is still... It's there? Oh, come on, nobody remembers games you played 5 years ago. It's this good. That's where I was waiting for Lana on that day 2 years ago. Is someone using it now? No, sir. This is entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. Strange reason to leave it there. Probably just doesn't remove it. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at a New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. Oh, so even he can party. By the way, I've never been drunk at a party. I've never been drunk but more than one in my life, and that was all it took. I don't see the pull, honestly. I probably have more fun just streaming and playing games for people than going to go get drunk. I don't get the point. Also, it's a really big expense. What's alcohol again? It's something that I never had the taste for. And I thank God for it. So ever since Lana left, no one's ever touched that desk? No one except Chief Gant and the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still 2 years have passed since that incident. Can't possibly be any clues remaining. Huh. You thought the last part looked like a shoe print. We haven't actually found out where that shoe got the blood print. I can tell you this, Brick. I can name you the times I've had alcohol. Sip of wine on 16th. Sip of wine on 18th. 21st birthday. Had a thing of beer for my brother. I didn't like it. I don't like the taste of beer either. And I want to say sometime in high school, so between 16 and 18, I got... gosh, what was it called? I think it was called a screwdriver. This is a container that can hold 20 ounces. My friend made me a screwdriver, which is vodka and orange juice, and filled up a glass if it was this big. I think he did half and half. And I was hungover the next day. 100% not worth it. For me. Some people are like, oh, I want to do that anyway. It's fine. You can't actually drink beer. That just makes your stomach sick. Perfect. I'm actually okay for that. I'm glad there's a reason you cannot drink beer. Just saying. It's just something I never really wanted to get into, and I don't really see the big pull. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. Renji, good on you. I know you're underage, Brick. That's why I gave that little public service announcement. I mean, that's the only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think, nah, you wouldn't be. No. There's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on. Not so fast, buddy. What? If someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to stop bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go like that. Sorry? Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think, Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? He's right, Mr. Wright. What do we think of him? Chief Gant. Let's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings. Yet. There you go, ignoring me again. Well, was there any help? Of course. Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. That's not very kind, is it? In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat? Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. Just then I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave. In a body bag. No, not a body bag. Yep, sorry. Oh, you in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But sir. Now get out. Yes, sir. We'll be on our way too, then. Oh, wait. You, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Me, sir? I like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. And that's really creepy, because you're old and she's underage. Not only are you probably a murderer and a blackmailer, you're a pedophile? Man, I'm about to throw you out the window. Mr. Wright! That's a big no-no. Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times. Chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. Why was she kept eerily silent about it all this time? Anyway, you listen to me. I'm gonna try and smooth things over with Chief again. Later, pal. Yeah, Maya's probably sitting under a waterfall. After that, I heard from Emma. You heard from Emma. She said the police wanted to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. As long as she's not alone with Gant. I was about to come here and talk to Lana. I see. So the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? But I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. I know who it is that's lurking behind your words. Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Huh? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story. Woo. Nice, Gant. That way you only need to bury one body. Figuratively speaking. We were going to bury Gant, figuratively speaking. I have to admit I was more than a little perplexed at first. You insisted you did it, yet there was no incriminating evidence. That's when it hit me. It's not that you're unwilling to tell the truth. It's that you're incapable of doing so because of a certain individual. What an intriguing notion. A certain individual, you say. So you think I'm protecting this person? Protecting? No, I think afraid of is more like it. If I'm not mistaken, the person in question may have persuaded you to silence. For argument's sake, Mr. Wright, whom, may I ask, is this person you're speaking of? The one I'm supposedly so frightened of. What is this person's name? He's 65. Well, this guy? Mr. Wright, you are addressing the chief prosecutor. Do not forget your place. I'm your defense attorney. But bam. I think she's still not ready to spill the beans. My apologies. Could you please tell me a bit more about what you think you know? I can't even present. We were partners until 2 years ago. I respected him as a detective. Assuming he is respectable, then tell me something. Why would he try to hide his crimes? His crimes? Both you and Edgeworth will be brought before a board of inquiry for what you did. Specifically, hiding and forging evidence. Of course, those are serious offenses. Why is it, though, that Chief Gant's name was never mentioned? Chief Gant? Edgeworth didn't know the truth behind the forgery. The only party who could have possibly tampered with the evidence was... me. I had access because I was second in command of that investigation. Yes, you, but also one other, David Gant. If you intend to accuse Chief Gant, you'll need more than just words. Show me proof that Chief Gant falsified evidence in that case. Bam. I just found this in a safe in Chief Gant's office. Jar piece. This piece of cloth. Do you know what these are? Pieces of evidence from the SL9 incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why were you taking all the blame for him? Touché, Mr. Wright. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the Chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. The murder of Detective Goodman. Or perhaps I should say follow orders. That's more accurate than cooperate. Although I can't tell you the details, I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. Which is why he told Edgeworth to go back to the prosecutor's office. Despite what everyone believes, you were not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. The trunk's lock was broken, and I discovered the weapon while inspecting the body. The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. When I found the body, this was the knife that was stuck in it. That was, Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. That would be Edgeworth's knife? That's right. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that is the reason for the bandage on your right hand? Yeah, so he was already dead. He was killed with another knife. She found another knife in the trunk and used that because she couldn't have that murder weapon be the murder weapon. Yes, it seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife in him. Miss Starr, huh? Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. It was over with. I didn't want to have it open again. My intention was to prevent that by whatever means possible. So you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in Joe Dark's case. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it in Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right, then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. That would explain why Emma is so confident. That's why she absolutely knows. Okay. About Lana's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gant, The first thing I did was make a phone call. Phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for SL9 incident had been murdered. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. He was the only other person I could trust. Or at least, I thought I could trust him at the time. However, it seemed that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own. You mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. He disguised himself as Detective Goodman and tried to steal evidence. I just spoke as Phoenix, sounding like Lana, because I'm smart. He'd already stolen the ID card, but it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room. I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright, both as a defense attorney and an investigator. But now please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Renji. Tomorrow's trial. There's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. Gotta get to the bottom of everything. Think of Goodman's a real murderer. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago? I think we're finally going to finish this game tonight. It's making me so happy. Because we still have, I think, 9 days? Is it 9 days? No. What's today's date? Today's the 1st. Yeah, we have until next Saturday. On the 11th is when we start Kiwami 2. Kiwami 2. This is the defendant lobby, all right? But there's no defendant. I'm trying to reach Lana on morning. Where could she be? And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes. What's Kiwami? Yakuza Kiwami 2. So we played Yakuza 0, we played Yakuza Kiwami. Yakuza Kiwami 2 is coming out for PC on the 9th, but we have that's Thursday the 9th. I don't stream on the 10th, which is a Friday, so Saturday the 11th is when we will be playing that one. Something's been happening behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. And knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777 ID number that is? What's the series about? Brick, go to YouTube, start watching Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami. It is so good. It's about the Yakuza. Only the game and it's so good. It's a great series. Looking forward to playing it. Yes, I did. So that's on my YouTube. It's in the playlist. Start with Yakuza 0 and then Yakuza Kiwami. Aeons, happy hump day. They does have a good music. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. Oh yeah, the strength of getting bike insurance. For getting, get bike insurance. What kind of bike insurance? You need Kiryu insurance on your bikes. Trust me. You know, the only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt regarding this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no more doubt will remain. Yeah, I remember that Aeon, because we just kicked his butt, I think, this last time. Aeons, sorry. Plural. After all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. True, not yet. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling. 5 minutes, right, and Chief Prosecutor Sky will be found guilty. She didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here, to hear what you have to say. It's the first time he's ever done something like this. Yeah, he's actually trying. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll never know the truth is to draw it out of her. The truth? Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. Today's the last day of the trial. You don't have time to reminisce about the past. That depends on you. If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. I'll think about it. See you in court, Wright. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. We have the 2 pieces of evidence in our possession. It was in his safe. Right? Right. Right. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Normally, this is when the prosecution puts forth its opening statement. But before that, the police chief has a proposal. Chief Gant has a proposal? He's a ghost. He just materialized. Morning, folks. How's everyone doing? Hey, Udgy. Been back to the pool yet? No, I've been drowning enough as it is in my work. That's a good one. Don't think I can top that. If you don't mind me asking, Chief, what exactly is this proposal of yours? Udgy? So judge? Udgy? Oh, he says stupid. Anyway. Lana, that is to say the defendant, has asked me if she could speak directly to the court. She wants to try and, like, just confess. But she tried to do that before. Having heard what she intends to say, I feel she should be granted her request. In the end, it should save everyone a lot of time and trouble. Now, what's this all about, defendant? I'd just like to make one simple request, and I'll be finished. What then? What's your request? Your Honor, I'd like you to put an immediate end to this trial. Eh? I confess to all charges against me. On February 21st of this year, I murdered Detective Bruce Goodman in the underground parking lot of the prospector's office. Lana? Objection! You can't. Your Honor, the defendant's claim does not change the defense's plea. In that case, Mr. Wright, I no longer require your services. Lana? Your Honor, I hereby forfeit my right to an attorney. Prosecution may lack direct evidence against me, but it has sufficiently proven its case through testimony and circumstantial evidence. I would like you to render your verdict now, if you please. Well, the defendant certainly has the right to self-representation. The request is legally valid, although this is an unprecedented situation. Indeed, it appears there's no need to continue this trial, even if Mr. Wright may feel otherwise. Here's the time for the verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant... Objection! That's an Edgeworth objection! One moment, Your Honor.